This is Ryan Abraham and Chris Swanson here at Howard Jones Field, USC Fall Camp Practice #1, instant analysis from USC Fall Practice. So I guess the big news of the day, Chris, Jalen Cope-Fitzpatrick, academically ineligible, will practice with the team, but he's not going to be able to play this fall. How significant is that for USC?
It's huge because they had tight end depth issues already. We were looking at Randall Telfer was obviously going to be the starter, but Jalen Cope-Fitzpatrick was supposed to play a much bigger role this year than he has in years past. So now we're looking for Bryce Dixon maybe to make an impact, or some of these walk-on tight ends that actually have played a little bit before.
Yeah, Chris Wilson is someone that Steve Sarkisian made up. Called him, I think, quote-unquote adequate, but felt like Bryce Dixon was a guy that could come in. He looks like he can play right now.
Yeah, he does, and he actually looks much bigger than when we saw him in San Antonio earlier in the year in January. He's around 225. I don't know the exact weight on him, but he looks like he's put on a bunch of weight since that time, and he looks like a tight end now instead of a receiver.
We got to see these guys during the summer workouts. They're working real hard. Everyone's in shape. Cody Kessler said they ran 210 plays at practice. It's supposed to be a 2-hour practice, ended up being closer to 3. They ran 130 plays really in practice and kind of like 80 walkthrough plays, but that's a lot of plays. I think they went through it pretty well.
Yeah, they did, and it was fast. I mean, that's why they were able to shove everything in, but it's definitely a much quicker speed than we've been used to seeing them operate at over the last couple of years, and I think it's helping the defense too with conditioning.
The true freshmen, if you want to talk about the 2 5-star guys, JuJu Smith and Adoree Jackson. We saw JuJu playing receiver, where there was like 14 scholarship wide receivers. Adoree Jackson got to start off at cornerback, but was also playing some receiver. Some receiver as well. So what do you think of those two guys?
Well, anyone that thinks JuJu Smith is not a wide receiver at this level, I think he kind of proved that wrong today. He had 2 long catches, fly routes, amazing athletic catches over guys. One of them was over Adoree Jackson too. Very impressive, and looks like he can actually play the position. Adoree tricked us because he was playing corner and then put on a yellow jersey, and we said, what happened? Is he hurt? Is he injured? And all of a sudden he's lining up on offense, showing that he can do both, and he looked good on both sides of the ball.
14 guys on scholarship on the offensive line. That's certainly one of the questions for this team. We didn't get to see Andre Walker. He was kind of limping around. I guess he practiced a little bit. Actually, Sarkisian said Kenny Bigelow was the only guy really that didn't practice. So that was their goal, to get everyone healthy. But they moved Max Turek and Toa Lobodon a little bit around. They were both snapping the ball. What did you think of the offensive line?
Offensive line looked pretty solid today. I thought Toa Lobodon did a great job when they threw him in at center and had him snap. It's a concern, though. You're moving freshmen around already, and you're trying to find a position for a guy that's going to contribute early on, too. I think it's a concern. I think if they stay healthy, though, they have a chance to be okay.
Cool. And we're just going to wrap it up here from day 1 of fall camp. Anything that stood out to you? I mean, there's so much going on. There's so many new faces to see. We're trying to get used to the numbers. Anything else that popped in your head watching practice today?
I just want to mention the freshmen again, because this is the biggest class, obviously, that's here, and I think that there's some guys. We mentioned JuJu Smith, Adoree Jackson, Lamont Simmons is looking really strong out there. There's a lot of quality freshmen, and I think that they could really have a good impact on this team, and for the positive. Yeah,
I think I have to change. I did the top 5 freshman impact guys. Now that Fitzpatrick's out, we got to put Bryce Dixon up there. You told me about him, so we should put him up there.
Yeah, he might have to make the top 5 now, because he's number 2 tight end already. He hasn't even played a snap yet. So yeah.
Crazy. All right, great stuff, Chris. Thanks. We're going to wrap it up here from Howard Jones Field. Make sure you check out uscfootball.com for more.